Hello Animals fans and welcome back to AniLysis. Today we're doing AniLysis number 55 and we're looking at Ellen, that well-known character Ellen. Now funnily enough there are actually two Ellens in the Animorphs series, both of them just as obscure and irrelevant as the other. This first one comes from this book here, Megamorphs 1, The Andalites Gift. The other Ellen is from way off in the threat, and we'll get to her in a different analysis. We're just talking about this character today. Why have I chosen this picture? We will find out. It's just, well, I typed in immature girl into Google, and that's that. It's a Shutterstock image. Thank you, Adobe Stock. So who is this Ellen girl? Why is she here? Why is she name dropped in Animorphs? It starts off near the beginning of Megamorphs 1, and it's when Marco has convinced Axe to morph Mouse with him and infiltrate the party of a girl named Darlene. Why does he do this? Because he overheard Darlene say something about Marco that wasn't particularly nice, and because Marco is slightly out of character in this book, he says, "Oh, I can't believe that not everyone thinks I'm perfect, therefore I'm going to endanger the group by putting ourselves at risk." And yeah, that's the start of Megamorphs 1. So he and Axe, because Axe is an idiot and just decides to follow along despite all logic and reasoning, they go into Darlene's party and they eventually find Darlene and her group of friends. I was able to locate Darlene by the sound of her voice. She was talking to her friends about the usual stuff. School, music, some cute guy on TV. Axe and I hid underneath Darlene's chair, so I was able to hear everything pretty well. Now this is where we get Ellen's time in the spotlight. You know, pay attention to this next quote, because this is where Ellen comes storming in with the line. The chef's kiss line. This is brilliant. Blink and you'll miss it. "Well, this is boring," I said to Axe. "What did you expect?" "I expected them to be talking about me, naturally," I said. Then it occurred to me. I could thought speak to Darlene. I would just say the word Marco in her head. She wouldn't know where it had come from. She'd probably think someone had said it aloud. With thought speak, you can either do it so everyone hears you, or sort of aim it at just one person. "Marco," I said. "What?" Darlene asked. "What about Marco?" "Nothing about Marco," this girl named Kara said. "Good, because I don't even want to hear his name mentioned at my party. He's such a jerk. I mean, after what he did, throwing baby roof bars in my pool, panicking everybody. He's so immature," a girl named Ellen said. "No duh," Darlene said. "He thinks he's so cool and so cute, but he's totally not. He always makes jokes about stuff that aren't even funny." Well, I could stand them saying I was immature. That's what girls always say. But saying I wasn't funny? I would show them funny. Oh yes. And there we go. You saw Ellen's contribution there. And so Marco's listening into this group talk about things that girls talk about. Because remember, this is a book in the 90s, and it's not politically correct by today's standards. So of course a group of girls is talking about boys and music and, you know, they're not touching on the deep philosophical stories of the day. But this girl Ellen is one of Darlene's friends, and we know that pretty much for certain. She's one of Darlene's core friend group. There's a party of about 30-40 kids here, and it's Darlene's party, and Ellen is granted VIP privilege to be with Darlene by the pool. So she's probably one of the popular kids, okay? So you know what popular kids are like in school, like, you just know. Doesn't matter if you're in the UK or US, popular girls, usually pretty much the same. They tend to, I mean, from my experience in school, the popular girls usually had about 50% more makeup than all the other girls. They usually like did their hair all nice and stuff. They'd usually be better looking. I mean, that's the thing about human nature. It's often very shallow, and popularity often goes hand in hand with physical appearance. That's the sad nature of the human existence. And so Ellen is probably, you know, not completely hideous. Let's just say that. We're not talking Quasimodo in girl form. So this group of popular girls is sitting around talking about shoes and what have you, as girls do, apparently. And Marco overhears this and decides to interject and throw his name into the mix, and they all start bad-mouthing him. So Darlene says, oh, remember what Marco did all the way back with the pool, panicking everybody? And so, and that's when Ellen comes in with the absolute smackdown line of, he is so immature. Which is why I've chosen this picture, by the way. I decided to be ironic. Yeah, that's my sole reasoning behind this picture. Of course, it's this bad-mouthing that leads to Marco chasing Darlene, which eventually gets him into the house, which in a way actually probably saves him from being killed by the Valik. So, in a way, Ellen, you've done us proud. Your bitching has saved the lives of humanity. Well done. And we never hear from you again. So that is Ellen. Ellen 1 of 2. There are 2 Ellens. And we'll see how you rank against the other Ellen. We're going to have a fight for who's the best Ellen of the series. So, yeah. Well done. Without you, humanity may well have ended. Although I'd say it's more Darlene. You still played a little bit of a role in that. So, you know, there's your claim to fame. That's what you did for the series. You said Marco was immature, and that may have actually saved his life. So, yeah. There's not much I can say, apart from let's spin the wheel to find the next thing we're going to analyse. So here we are, we're at the wheel. And so how I'm doing this is, as I'm listening to the audiobooks, I'm listening out for every new AniLysis episode I need to do. And I'm putting them on the list. So this wheel isn't complete. It's got every potential AniLysis that I haven't done up to book 14. And as I keep listening to audiobooks, I'll keep adding to it. I was originally going to wait to do this wheel thing until I finished the audiobook, so I had a full wheel, but then I thought, I mean, whatever. So we've got a lot. It's not a complete one at the moment, but let's spin the wheel. 3, 2, 1, spin. Who's it gonna be? Ba 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 ba. Elfangor's ship. That's what we're doing next. Elfangor's ship. So, yeah, cool. That's the next AniLysis. That'll be AniLysis number 56. And we'll see you for that one. So thank you very much for watching. See you somewhere else in the Animos universe. Ta-ra!